So right now what we're going to do is we're going to do number 11. And number 11 is going to show you how to do a box and whiskers plot. That's what I hear it called a lot. So let's do this. I'm going to take my calculator and I'm going to put my data in. I'm going to clear all this out. I'm going to go to stat. I'm going to go enter. All right, so my data is 10. And remember, when you put it in the calculator, you don't have to put it in order. 13, 14, 15, 16, okay, 17, and then 18. Okay, so I have it in, and I have 9 numbers. And if I go back to the last one, it shows me I have 9. All right, so what I'm going to do next, I'm going to do stat. I'm going to go over to calc, and I'm that number 1 bar statistics, because I only have one variable. I want to hit that and hit enter, and then I'm going to hit enter again. Your calculator may be slightly different, but you should get the same thing I do. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down because this is the sample mean. This is the sum of x's. This is the sum of x's squared. This is the sample standard deviation, and this is the population standard deviation, and this is the sample size of n. Okay, so I'm going down. All right, so the first thing it wants to know is the minimum value. Well, I didn't even need the calculator for this. I can see it right here. It's 10. You could even do all this by hand. I'm just being a little lazy. And it wants to know my highest value, which is 18. I'm going to put those in first. Okay. So then the next thing it wants to know is my median. Well, I know my median. I can even do it from looking because it's an odd number. It's the number in the middle, which is 15 for this. All right. So then the next thing it wants to know, what is my Q1? So Q1, if I'm looking at it from the calculator, it's 13. And from the calculator again for Q3, it's 16.5. Okay. Oh, sorry. All right. And it wants to know the interquartile range. Okay. So the interquartile range is the middle 50%. When we look at this graph, it's going to be the big box in the middle. So to get that, I'm going to clear this out. I'm going to go 16.5, which is my Q3, minus my Q1, which is 13. And I get 3.5. All right, so now I got to pick out my graph. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to see where it starts. So my lowest is 10. So all these are starting at my lowest, which is 10. And it looks like all of them are going up to 18. So for doing the min and the max, they're all good, or the low and the high. We really don't call them low and high. We call them minimum and maximum. All right. So now my median is 15. So it's going to be this big bar in the middle, 15. Okay, this one's not right. This one's not right. And that one's not right. Okay, because I checked it all on the median. All right, so let me just make sure I'm good. So then here, I'm going to do 13 as my Q1. Yep, there it is. And then 16.5, and that is because it's in the middle. Okay, and look what I did. I hovered over it. Let me see if I can do it again. Come on. Yeah, and it gives you exactly what you're looking at if you get confused. Okay, so what does that mean? All right, so this box and whiskers plot means that 50% of the data is between 13 and 16.5. And you can do it other ways too. I could say the lower 75% of the data is from 10 to 16.5. And the reverse, I could say the upper 75 is between 13 and 18. And then again, remember this 10 to 13 is 25% of your data. 13 to 15 is another 25%. 15 to 16.5 is another 25%. And 16.5 to 18 is another 25%. So what this does is it breaks your data into 4 equal parts. Okay. All right. So that's how you do that. Oh, let me check it. Okay. So that was number 11. Okay, let's do number 12. And there's explanations. I just thought it might be easier if you heard it from me. All right. So how hot does it get in Death Valley? Here's the data, and the ground temperature was taken from May to November in the vicinity of Furnace Creek. Compute the mean, median, and the mode. All right, so mean is the average, median is the number in the middle, and the mode is the number that occurs most frequently. If you see this button that says use salt, use it. Click on it. Okay, look what it's doing. It took that data and it put it on here, okay? All right, so next what I want to do, I've got it in there. I'm going to go to descriptive statistics. And look what it does. It gives me my mean for this one is, so what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to take this, oops, and I'm going to go put it here. And it wants how many decimals? 4 decimals. Okay, I've got it to 4 decimals. Okay, let me go back. Wants my median, which is 172. Okay, I'll put that in there. I didn't even have to do anything. Look, it's doing it for me for hand. And the mode, let's look. Did it give me my mode? No, it did not give me my mode. So I've got to figure that one out by hand. And it is not one that I can pick here. Nope. Okay. And over here is what you can get for it. So say you wanted to know the population standard deviation. If you click it, it gives it to you. But say you just wanted, you didn't say you just wanted what we just talked about. You wanted just the mean and the median. I can undo all this. And it just gives me the mean and the median. Okay. So I've already got that in there. I've already copied that over. Okay, so the mode, I'm looking for the one that occurs the most. So what you may have to do is put these in order. So I'm looking, I've got, how many times does 145 occur? It doesn't. 151 occurs twice. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to write it down on my paper. I've got 145 and I've got 151, and that occurs another time. So I'm going to put, there's a 2 there. All right, so I've got 1 there, and I've got 2 there. Okay, so then I'm going to do 169. I've got 1 here and 1 there. So that occurs twice. Okay, so 175. Does it occur more than once? Nope, it's occurring once. 186, how many times does that occur? I've got 1 here, 2, so 2 times. And then I've got 182. Let's look there. It occurs once here. Occurs once there, and occurs once there. Oh, it's occurring 3 times. That looks like my biggest, but let me check. 183, that occurs once. I already got 186, and I already got 182. I've already got 169. I've got 182. 166 occurs 1 time. 151 already occurred twice, and then 143 occurs once. Okay, so that I know that 182 occurred the most. Okay. All right, let's do one more quick one, and we're gonna get off this one. Okay, so let's just go ahead and stop there. That'll be easy.